Xfinity Big Connections. You mentioned that we've got an in-state matchup in the college football playoff first round as Notre Dame hosts Indiana, despite being just 200 miles apart. The other thing you said, these teams haven't really played much over the
Yeah.
years. They first played in 1898. Indiana won the game 11-5, which is like an Iowa score right now. I
Yeah.
think that we actually did a game that might have been 11-5. That was in South Bend. IU hasn't beaten the Irish since 1950. It was a 20-7 win at home. But the last matchup between the schools, 1991, Notre Dame dominated 49-27. 23 wins in 29 games go to Notre Dame. There was one tie between the two. They are set to play a home and home in 2030 and 2031. Big time football matchup now in this
Yeah.
current iteration for a state that is so known for basketball.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, I think it'll be a fun game to watch. Again, I already said earlier, Notre Dame's playing as well as anybody right now down the stretch. Indiana did not put their best foot forward in their biggest game of the year against Ohio State. You mentioned self-inflicted wounds. They just didn't play their best, and they were all year. They have been marked by their efficiency on offense, defense, and special teams. Very well coached, very efficient. They did not play that way against Ohio State.
Yeah.
And part of that is the caliber of opponent that they were facing. But they were able to kind of put that behind them, blow out their rival Purdue to finish the year and build some momentum. And, I really think that the one area I do kind of think Curtis Rourke gives them a chance in this game. I think he's had a brilliant year. We've talked about Dylan Gabriel. We've talked about Riley Leonard, at times at Notre Dame, some of the other transfer quarterbacks. But Curtis Rourke has played marvelously. He missed a couple games when he was hurt with the thumb. He's 100% healthy, and this will be a highly motivated team. Kurt Signetti will come in there with a giant chip on his shoulder, as will most of the guys on that roster. Like they're the little brother in the state of Indiana coming into this one.
Yeah, and not all of them are from Indiana because a lot came from James Madison, but none
Right,
of them, in all likelihood, that came over to Indiana this year were recruited by Notre Dame.
right,
So I'm sure there's
right.
going to be some motivating factor there.